I'm ready to start tracing my design onto my pewter. So I've got it printed, I've got my pewter cut to size, and I've got it stuck to the pewter with a little bit of masking tape. Before I start doing the tracing, I always make sure that I've got a nice clean surface to work on, because any little dust speckle or particle that's on my tile is going to push through my pewter and it's going to leave a little bit of a mark. So I always make sure that I've got a nice clean surface to work with. So I like to start, when I do my tracing, I use a nice thin ballpoint pen, and I like to start in the center of my design and then I work my way out. It's just an easy way for me to keep track of where I'm going and where I've done. And obviously with a circular design like this, it's just easier to start in the center and then work your way out. So when you do your tracing, you don't want to press too hard. You want to press hard enough that you can see the design from the back, just barely. You don't want to feel the design from the back. If you do feel your design from the back after you've traced, you are using too much pressure. And the reason for not using too much pressure is the more pressure you use, the more you're thinning out that line where you're tracing. So when we start doing our embossing work, we need to define and tidy up those edges. And every time we work around it, it becomes thinner and thinner. So from the beginning of my project, I want to use as little pressure as possible in the beginning so that I can apply more pressure to my pewter when I start doing the embossing. So I'm going to start with the center here, and then I'm going to turn my pewter upside down, and I'm going to show you what it looks like from the back. Okay, so let's have a look at what my pewter looks like at the back. So as you can see there, you can barely see the design in the center there. And I can definitely not feel it. I can feel it a little bit here. So I can see that here I've already traced a little bit too hard, but for the most part, I cannot feel it. But I can see my design when it lies flat. You can see it from the back there. So that's the amount of pressure that you would like to use. So I'm quickly going to continue, and I'm going to trace my entire design, and then we'll come back at the end of that.